Let's see if the 90th one of the stream, the 1 in 8,192 chance, is the one. And it is... Shiny Jirachi. Perhaps one of the hardest shiny hunts you can possibly pick up. Up there with Mew, Deoxys, and Manaphy as some of the hardest Pokemon to shiny hunt, Jirachi is one of those obscure shiny hunts you don't see too often on the internet due to the complexities surrounding the hunt. There are 2 ways you can shiny hunt Jirachi in mainline series games depending on your region. There's the WISHMKR Jirachi you can hunt in Ruby and Sapphire using the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc in the US, or the Channel Jirachi you can hunt in Ruby and Sapphire using Pokemon Channel in Power regions. A simple YouTube search will show you the very few WISHMKR shiny Jirachis posted online, and even fewer from Pokemon Channel. Now, what I want to do in this video is break down absolutely everything you need to know about this hunt, and what you need to be able to hunt it yourself. I'll be focusing primarily on the Power version of Pokemon Channel since I'm in Australia. However, a lot of the information here translates over into the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc as well. The first half of this video will focus on how to shiny hunt Jirachi. I'll explain both the full odds method as well as the RNG method, and the second half of this video features my reaction to the full odds shiny Jirachi I caught live on my Twitch stream, and the process of transferring it up into Pokemon Home. Noting this video is being recorded while Pokemon Bank is still available for use. Now, there are some important distinctions between the 2 Jirachis you can shiny hunt. Let's start with the easier WISHMKR Jirachi. WISHMKR Jirachi you can receive from the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc in the US. It's quicker and it has better shiny odds over the Channel Jirachi. With WISHMKR Jirachi, the shiny odds are actually less than full odds, approximately 1 in 7,281 to be exact. There is a downside, however. Due to the way the game is coded, there are 65,536 Jirachi that the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc can spit out, which equates to 9 possible unique shiny Jirachi you can receive in the game. These here are the possible shiny Jirachi that you can receive. So chances are, if you do the WISHMKR hunt and find a shiny Jirachi, most likely someone else in the world may have encountered the exact same one before. This isn't a big deal at all, but just throwing it out there for transparency in case you are after something a bit more unique. The upside of doing the WISHMKR Jirachi, apart from the boosted shiny odds, is you don't have to play too far into Ruby and Sapphire to receive a Jirachi from the Colosseum bonus disc. You only have to play up until you receive the Pokedex to be exact, and then you can transfer a Jirachi in. How do you re-roll for another Jirachi should you not get a shiny? I'll get to that in a second. With the Pokemon Channel Jirachi, while the shiny odds are the full 1 in 8,192, there are actually 116,172 combinations of shiny Jirachi you can possibly encounter. So chances are, if you were to find a shiny Jirachi in Pokemon Channel, it'll likely be the only one in the world. The downside of hunting the Channel Jirachi, apart from the full shiny odds, is that you'll need to do a little bit more to begin the hunt. First, you'll need to play through Ruby or Sapphire fully and actually become champion. Next, you also need to complete Pokemon Channel and roll the credits to then be able to transfer Jirachi. If you want to see the quickest route to beat Pokemon Channel in, I've previously done a video on it here, link in description. It shouldn't take longer than 2 hours for a first timer. Being in Australia, my only option for this hunt was the harder Channel Jirachi. All I needed was a GameCube, a Game Boy Advance, a Game Boy Advance, a GameCube link cable, Pokemon Channel, Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire, a GameCube memory card, a controller, and more specifically for streaming, a capture card, an HDMI converter for the GameCube, and a separate camera and tripod to be able to film the Game Boy. Simple, right? You can alternatively put Pokemon Channel into a Wii and then run the GameCube to Game Boy Advance link cable into a GameCube with a Game Boy player attached to it if you want to capture the Game Boy video through a capture card instead of a camera like I did. For me, I didn't have a Game Boy player and I didn't want to spend upwards of 500 Australian dollars for the hardware, so I did it with the trusty Game Boy and camera. This was a hunt I was never going to do because I didn't like the idea of having to beat Gen 3 over and over again just to transfer one Jirachi each time. Thankfully, I was told of a way that you can corrupt your Ruby or Sapphire save file to be able to re-roll for a new Jirachi that piqued my interest. Credit for this hunt goes to I'm a Blissey on YouTube, whose original video explaining very clearly how to fast reset for Jirachi on Pokemon Channel helped give me the confidence that this hunt is possible. To summarize the explanation, the GBA Pokemon games, like most Pokemon games, have a backup save file, which it can revert to in the event one gets corrupted. The saves in Ruby and Sapphire, for ease of explanation, can be referred to as Slot A and Slot B. Each time you save your games, your main save file will alternate between either Slot A or Slot B. Each time a Jirachi is transferred, it'll save to one of those save slots. If that save slot happens to be save slot A, that is the save you can corrupt 100% of the time and have that Jirachi deleted. This will then allow you to re-roll for it on the same save file again. But how do you guarantee you're on the right save slot? I'm glad you asked. This is probably the easiest way I can show you, doing it on the camera, and hopefully it's easy for you to do yourself in your own hunt. So obviously, first thing you want to do, turn on the GameCube, boom. Easy. And yes, obviously we got the GameCube here, and it's running all the way over to this Game Boy Advance here. And Pokemon Channel's here, so if you've already finished the game, you can go to Options, you can go to Expansion, and you can go to Jirachi and start receiving a Jirachi. So this is an unskippable cutscene that plays every time you have to re-roll for the Jirachi. Cool, so the Jirachi is almost ready to be transferred to the Game Boy Advance, but we have our Game Boy Advance here. Now, I don't know what save file this game is on. I don't know if it's on save slot A or save slot B. What you want to do first, just go into the game. Just make sure you're in a Pokemon Center, because I don't think you can transfer it without being in a Pokemon Center. So yeah, like, you save once, and that will put it on either slot A or B, whatever one it's not on. I don't know what that's going to. It could be A, could be B, we don't know. You do it again, and the game will save to the alternating slot. So this one could be slot B, for example. We don't know yet. So what you want to do to start the hunt is, once you've saved a couple of times, corrupt the game. So what you want to do, just do a soft reset, A, B, start, select. That will take you back to the title screen. So just press A here once. And from here, you go up B, select. So up B, select, and you'll get your clear save data here. Now, you can press yes, and as soon as you press yes, it will start clearing. You've got about a 1.5 2-second window to turn it off. If you take too long, it will actually clear the game, and you'll have to start the game entirely over again, unless you've got it backed up. I've got my save file backed up on an R4. Some people might have a GB operator. So if you ever lose your save file, a backup, I recommend. If you don't have one, you're playing a bit with fire, and you might have to play the game all over again. But this is what you want to do. Press yes, and that wasn't the quickest of turn-offs, but it's going to work. So what you want to do, turn it back on. That will corrupt save slot A. That'll corrupt save slot A, the one that we can corrupt 100% of the time. So what the game's going to say now is save corrupt. If you did it wrong and you accidentally cleared it, if you took too long, that will come up here instead of the corruption. So do that. Internal battery run dry does not mean a thing. Cool. So now we can guarantee that we have no slot A and we've reverted to save slot B. So what we want to do now is save twice. So save once to put our main save onto slot A. If you were to transfer the Jirachi without doing this, the GameCube won't know what to do, and the Jirachi won't be able to be transferred to the Game Boy Advance. So now we've saved once. We're on save slot A. If you were to accept the Jirachi now with only one save, with our main save being on slot A, the GameCube will read slot A and write to slot B with the added Jirachi. That's the save we cannot corrupt. So even if we corrupt the save after receiving a Jirachi at this stage, if we corrupt it, this Jirachi will still be on the game save, which is not what we want. So the idea is to save again, and now the main save is on save slot B. And what the GameCube will do now when we send the Jirachi, it'll read slot B and write to slot A with the added Jirachi. You check it, if it's not shiny, you can do the corruption, and it'll get rid of slot A, the one that has the Jirachi, and revert to slot B, the one that doesn't have the Jirachi. Again, if you saved once, or 3 times, or an odd number of times, it'll corrupt slot A all the time, but your Jirachi might be on slot B instead. So yeah, we've saved twice. Let's spam A here. And as soon as you're on this screen, you don't need to turn the game off and on again. Just press A, B, start, select, and it will start transmitting the Jirachi to your game. Sadly, this photo here of Jirachi is always going to be blue. Even if it's shiny, it's always going to be blue. That'd be cool if it was shiny. I'd love that. So Jirachi's been sent to the Game Boy Advance. It's awesome. So all you have to do is press either A on the Game Boy or A on the GameCube. Now, there is a Jirachi on the Game Boy Advance. What we want to do is internal battery run dry. That's fine. And let's check it. The Jirachi is... Can you imagine if that was shiny? So yeah, we've got a Naughty Nature Jirachi there. So what you want to do, obviously that's not the one you want if you're shiny hunting it. Start the unskippable cutscene again to get another Jirachi. What you want to do here, again, A, B, start, select, which is just soft resetting. Title screen again, up, B, select, and again, you go yes, A, and turn off. And again, if you take too long to turn off, it's about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. Anything past that, you'll actually clear the game instead of corrupting. But just go yes, and that's fine. Turn it back on. Again, that has corrupted save slot A, the one with the Jirachi on it. It'll now revert to save slot B, the one without the Jirachi. We should have 13 on the Pokedex. There we go. And as you can see, if you go to Pokemon up here, no Jirachi in the party there. So again, save twice. This will put our main save onto slot A, which is the one we corrupt 100% of the time. But if you don't save twice, it'll read the wrong save and save the Jirachi to the wrong slot. So we got to save one more time. Puts the save onto slot B, and again, A, B, start, select. So all in all, it takes about 90 seconds to do these resets optimally if you've got no other distractions. If you're going full pelt, if your GameCube's not breaking or anything, if your Game Boy's is fine, you'll be fine. And it is... quirky this time, so obviously not shiny. Now, if you take too long, if you go yes, and about that, if you turn it off now, that's too slow. We're going to get a different message, and the save file will be deleted. Yep, save file deleted. So you'll have a different border there. You'll notice straight away that you've messed it up. Internal battery still ran dry, but you'll have no game on your yeah, no save there, which is fine. So if you have a GB operator or an R4 that you've backed your save file up to, you can just put that back on and, you know, continue. We've done that a few times. I hope that helps. And now back to the video. So as long as you repeat the method exactly how it's explained, you'll be able to reroll for Jirachi and hopefully eventually get a shiny. This save corruption method also works for the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc WISHMKR Jirachi hunt and allows you to reroll for another Jirachi instead of having to restart the game and play up until you receive the Pokedex again. Now, I mentioned earlier the RNG method, which is a way to manipulate the frames in Pokemon Channel to spit out a guaranteed shiny Jirachi. In fact, the first shiny Jirachi I found before I decided to do it full odds was one where I was playing around with the RNG mechanic on stream and eventually got it. Yeah! Yes! Now, I want to be straight up. As someone who has now done both the RNG hunt and the full odds hunt for shiny Jirachi in Pokemon Channel, the full odds one felt 1,000 times better and more fulfilling, so I definitely recommend doing it full odds. But if you don't care about that, then the RNG method might be for you. Explained simply, every time you turn on Pokemon Channel, you generate a new seed, and within that seed contains predetermined data for the Jirachis you'll receive. You could turn on the GameCube one time and you might be 100,000 frames away from a shiny Jirachi and never know it. Another time, you could be 50 frames away from a shiny Jirachi and never know it. Now, there's a program that can help identify where these shiny frames are called PokeFinder by Admiral Fish. How do you feed data into the program to help identify your seed? Well, each time you load up Pokemon Channel's main menu, the 4 options will appear on screen in a random order. Take note of what that order is and input it into the GameCube Seed Finder app. Go into the options menu and back to the main menu about 10 times, each time taking note of the order the menu options have spawned in. Once you've done it at least 10 times, hit run in the PokeFinder Gen 3 Seed Finder and that'll help find your seed. If you get multiple seeds, try upping your menu resets to 11 or 12, etc. Once found, you can then filter your seed to show shiny Jirachi only and how many frames away it is. Now, to advance the frames to get closer to the shiny Jirachi, there are several ways to do it, and some parts of the game can advance those frames dramatically. If you continue your game save file and go into the egg channel, if you're in the desert area, the frames advance by 112 frames per second, the pond area by 103 frames per second, and the separate report channel by 52 frames a second. If the egg hatches in the egg channel, that can stuff up your frames, so you probably want to avoid that. So what you want to do, take note of how many frames the shiny Jirachi is away from you, and divide by quickest by 112 frames per second for the desert area, should you spawn there, or 103 frames per second for the pond area, and then divide that number by 60 seconds to get the exact number in minutes you need to be in that area to get close to the shiny frame. You don't want to be in these areas too long because you will overshoot the shiny frame if you stay in there the exact amount of time you've calculated. You've also got to worry about the report channel taking up a few frames when you try and quit the game. So in the case of the 1.21, 1.31 minutes here that we calculated, we'll probably stay there a maximum of 50 seconds and then get out, go to the report channel, quit the game, and then re-roll our seed. You wouldn't want to be in the egg channel if you're only a few thousand frames away, as you can overshoot your shiny seed pretty quick, so the report channel works best in that instance. Frames are also counted up ever so slightly by the Pikachu animation in your room whenever you enter and exit the game, so be careful of that and take that into consideration. Once you think you're close enough, redo the menu skipping to see how many frames away you are from the shiny in your seed. You may find yourself only a few hundred frames away. When you're this close, there are a couple of other programs you need, including the Jirachi Advancer app by Admiral Fish, which will tell you the final steps you need to take to land on the shiny Jirachi frame. I wasn't able to get this app working properly when I was doing the RNG method on stream, so I had chat help me out and we got the shiny RNG Jirachi together. But apart from that, those are the two methods to get shiny Jirachi: full odds or RNG. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on what method you prefer and whether or not you got lucky and found a shiny Jirachi. For now though, please enjoy my reaction to getting the full odds, no RNG manipulation shiny Jirachi on stream and the subsequent steps I had to take to transfer it into Pokemon Home. For those of you who want to see the uncut full version of me getting this shiny, the link to the unedited 4-hour VOD is in the description below. Enjoy the shiny Pokemon Channel Jirachi reaction and its journey into Home. My name is Hylianstagram, but you can call me Matt, and as always, may all your shiny hunts be quick. Take care. Okay, final Jirachi of the stream. So for those who don't know, we've got the GameCube over there. We've had it connected to the Game Boy Advance. And let's see if the 90th one of the stream, the 1 in 8,192 chance, is the one. And it is... Yeah! What? No way. No way. Last one. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, my heart. Last one of the stream. It's auto-saved. It's auto-saved, so I don't have to worry. Oh, yes. That is so under odds. That is so under odds. 2,280. 1 in 8,192 chance. That is incredible. Oh my god. Shaking. I'm shaking, man. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yes, that is full odds. 1 in 8,192. That's incredible. Oh god. Okay. Well, we have to transfer it. I'm not ending the stream. Let's transfer it. What's its nature? Bashful nature, not bad. We've just got the Jirachi. How good. We had to transfer it now to Gen 4, to Gen 5. It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take like half an hour to do. When do we get all these? Okay, I guess we'll just transfer these ones up. No, it won't let me because they have HMs. So let me go quickly catch a couple. Love the clip. Thank you. I'm so happy I didn't hurt myself. Pull a muscle. That would have been embarrassing. Streamer breaks Achilles heel or something. So yeah, this is the annoying part. We have to catch, no, this is one of the 3 annoying parts. We have to catch the Pokemon, then we have to transfer them. Let's master ball this Wurmple just to speed up the process. We're going to be depositing Jirachi with the Salac Berry and Wurmple. All right, now that's our 6. Okay, where did my games gone? We need to turn this Game Boy off, and we can actually sell this Game Boy now. I don't need it. It's our DS. Let's chuck in Pokemon Pearl. Chuck in Pokemon Pearl into the DS. Do it. Pokemon Sapphire into the DS as well. Are the games there? Yes, they are. Let's turn the background music off for a sec. I've not put this game on charge, this DS on charge, for weeks. Hi, YouTube. Yeah, shout out to YouTube. So what we need to do is migrate from Sapphire, and we're going to be going yes. Pokemon cannot be returned to the game pack. That's fine. Please choose the 6 Pokemon will migrate. Jirachi. It's going to be Wurmple, Zigzagoon, Zigzagoon, and Wurmple. Am I doing this wrong? There we go. Migrate, yes. Saving data. Oh, God. It's been a very scary experience. I'm glad we got it. We had to re-catch it now. So we got to go to the Power Park. Is that what's called in this game? Power Park? Let's go here. So the way this works is we get 6 balls, and there are 6 Pokemon. We have to re-catch all our Pokemon. They'll be in a weird ball, but it'll still be caught in the ball they were caught in. So our Jirachi will still win a Pokeball. The rarer the Pokemon, the harder it is to find. So this would be most likely not Jirachi. Unless we're very lucky. No. I don't know why they make it so goddamn hard to find your own Pokemon though, right? Like, you just gotta be running around and just hope you encounter it. There we go. There's the Jirachi. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful red. Very noticeable. All right. Catching that. Boom. Shiny. Shiny Jirachi on stream again. So that ends that. Ding dong, congratulations. Now we just have one more hard part to go through, and then we're all G after that. No, this DS has been fine. This is still the same battery and everything. It's just this screen for some reason, just in storage and moving around, has broken up a bit. I don't know how. Okay, so there's our box, and there's Shiny Jirachi. For those who want to see it again, Shiny Jirachi there, channel. There's Bashful Nature. Does it have date met? March 19th, 2024. Yes, I love that. Okay, now we're done with that. Because now we're going to the DS. And what we need to do is the 3DS. We need to put Pokemon White in. This is the new 3DS XL Majora's Mask edition as well. Pokemon White version. So now we have to go to the lab, which is a trek and a half. So let's get out of our bed. It's spring. Where's my cursor? I believe we've got to go here. Yeah, this is correct. It's the closest little area, because now we go across the bridge. I don't think there's a fly point where I'm going. Yeah, why is there no fly point at the bit where people would be going to transfer their Pokemon? Too logical. I know, right? Oh yeah, why? There we go. Okay, we're here. Past the motorhome, and here it is. Let's drop a save. So this is the annoying part, because I have so much crap on my desk, and I had to be very accurate with the stylus. So the way this works, we talk to old mate here. It's fine. DS wireless communication will launch. While we do that, we have to turn on the DS. And we're going to go DS download play of all things. Let's look for it. We'd like to download the software. Yes. I think we do it on this DS, the minigame, the actual DS. All right. These ones we have to actually drag and drop. What items will we put in bag? Oh, we got the Jirachi first go. Perfect. Let's just catch the rest. Jesus Christ. Sorry, that was very frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. We got it. Pokemon can't be returned when it's transferred. There we go. Okay, we're saving to Gen 5. Game has been saved. We have to turn off that game. We don't need the DS anymore. And now, we're back here. And if you want to see Jirachi on Gen 5, there it is. So 19th of March, 2024, Bashful Nature, Hoenn, level 5. And if you tap here, you can see behind. I missed the moving 2D sprites, man. That's incredible. Yes. All right, so what we have to do now, we've done the hard part. Now we have to transfer to Pokemon Bank. So we go to Pokemon Transporter. Pokemon Bank, you do need a Gen 6 or Gen 7 game just to be able to talk to it, which is annoying. Okay, we're going to connect to Gen 5. Pokemon Center, Pokemon Bank, can't be returned. That's fine. Would you like to move this box? Yes. I just need to get a Gen 7 game, and then we can transfer it to home. So let's unplug the Pokemon Gen 5. No longer need that. Plug in, I've got Ultra Moon here. Now, we're not actually transferring it onto a Gen 6 or Gen 7 game, but we do need one in to be able to talk to Pokemon Bank. We have to take it out of Pokemon Transporter box, put it in Pokemon Bank, then reload Pokemon Bank and send it to Pokemon Home. So we go, use Pokemon Bank. Would you like to save? Yes. We open Pokemon Bank and then we transfer. So we go, move to Pokemon Home. So we just choose the first box. And now we have to put in the moving key. Moving key successful. Moving key has entered. Sweet. So now we can actually get out of that. And we no longer ever need the DS. We have every Pokemon. Oh, well, currently. We'll see how we go in the future. There we go. Plugging into Pokemon Home. All right, let's do it. Moving one Pokemon. That is all boxes that say R. Say progress. Yes. All right. It'd be this one here, right? There it is. There it is. There is Jirachi. Channel Jirachi. Bashful Nature. Down there. Yes. Yes. So good. So good. Let me just move my head. That is beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. That Shiny Jirachi, 19th of March, 2024. Gorgeous. That's the full odds one. 1 in 8,192 chance. Got it in 2,280. Wow, indeed. I love that. So transferring the Jirachi into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm excited to see what it looks like. It's got to look good. It's got to look gorgeous. This is the final step to see what it looks like. Again, it's gone from Gen 3 to Gen 4 to Gen 5 through the Pokemon Transporter into Pokemon Bank, through Pokemon Bank into Pokemon Home, and it can go into either, you know, BDSP, Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet. Easy. What a journey. That is incredible for backwards compatibility. Like 2003 to 2024. That's like 21 years of backwards compatibility. Where are we? Let's fly to... Let's just go Messagoza right in the middle. Just over here. There we go. Jirachi. There it is. Oh, it's gorgeous. And here it is. Now we can actually make it stand still, can't we? How do we do it? Oh, it's so good. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. Screenshot that on your phone right now or on your device. Sick machine. Oh yeah, let's do that quickly. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. I love that. We have become the Jirachi. One with Jirachi. They're zooming. It's very cute. Ah, yes. Not much more you can say. Shiny Channel Jirachi. Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5. Bank. Home. Now we're on Gen 9. Bonk. Indeed. It's gorgeous. Absolutely bloody beautiful. On to the next one.